everybody, please stand to salute the flag. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Be advised that proper notice has been given by the Township Council in accordance with the Sunshine Law in the following manner. Notice advertised in the Burlington County Times and Camden Courier Post on January 12, 2016, and posted on the bulletin board on the same date. Mr. O'Connell?
Here.
Ms. Pangia? Here. Mr. Schwartz? Mrs. Flody?
Here.
Mr. Ketchum?
Here. Okay, so first we have some minutes to approve. First of all, the approval of minutes for December 14, 2015, and January 6, 2016, the public meeting.
So moved.
Second. Mr. O'Connell?
Aye.
Ms. Pangia? Aye. Mrs. Flody?
Aye.
Mr. Ketchum?
Aye. Next, we have the approval of the minutes for January 6, 2016. That's the reorg meeting.
So moved.
I have a second.
Mr. O'Connell?
Aye.
Ms. Pangia? Aye. Mrs. Flody?
Aye.
Mr. Ketchum?
Aye. Okay, so now we have ordinances on second reading. For those folks that are new, ordinances on second reading have a public hearing. This is ordinance 2016-1. It's an ordinance to exceed the municipal budget appropriations limit to establish a cap bank. As always, this is done as a preventative measure. We've done this for many years, but never used the cap bank. But at this time, I'd like a motion to open this up to a public hearing.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, so now we're in public. This is not general public session. This is simply to discuss ordinance 2016-1. If anybody has any questions regarding that and only that, feel free to step forward and state your name and address for the record. Seeing no hands, I'll ask for a motion to come out of the public hearing.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Now I need a motion to approve ordinance 2016-1.
So moved.
Second. Mr. O'Connell?
Aye.
Ms. Pangia? Aye. Mrs. Flody?
Aye.
Mr. Ketchum?
Aye. Next, we have resolutions. We have 2016-31, which is approving the closeout change order for the 2014 road program and authorizing final payment to Jad's Construction Company.
So moved.
Second. Mr. O'Connell?
Aye.
Ms. Pangia? Aye. Mrs. Flody?
Aye.
Mr. Ketchum?
Aye. Next, we have resolution 2016-32. This is a resolution to acknowledge amendment to the deferred 457D deferred compensation plan.
So moved.
Second. Mr. O'Connell?
Aye.
Ms. Pangia? Aye. Mrs. Flody?
Aye.
Mr. Ketchum?
Aye. Next, we have resolution 2016-33, and this is approving the totally disabled veterans exception.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. O'Connell?
Aye.
Ms. Pangia? Aye. Mrs. Flody?
Aye.
Mr. Ketchum?
Aye. Next, we have resolution 2016-34. This is authorizing engineering services for the 2015 road program in an amount not to exceed $160,000.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. O'Connell?
Aye.
Ms. Pangia? Aye. Mrs. Flody?
Aye.
Mr. Ketchum?
Aye. Next, we have resolution 2016-35. This is a closeout change order for Fairview Street Sidewalk Project.
So moved.
Second. Mr. O'Connell?
Aye.
Ms. Pangia? Aye. Mrs. Flody?
Aye.
Mr. Ketchum?
Aye. Next, we have resolution 2016-36, and this is authorizing Jeff Hatcher to sign the authorization for the aerial mosquito control program.
So moved.
Second. Mr. O'Connell?
Aye.
Ms. Pangia? Aye. Mrs. Flody?
Aye.
Mr. Ketchum?
Aye.
No, how is the second person?
I know. It's a little different.
for her.
Maybe-
It's hard to be in second.
No.
So next, there's still more. We still have more to come on the resolution show. Our next resolution is 2016-37. This is releasing zoning board escrow.
So moved.
Second.
Thank you.
Mr. O'Connell?
Aye.
Ms. Pangia? Aye. Mrs. Flody?
Aye.
Mr. Ketchum?
Aye. Next is Resolution 2016-38. This is authorizing a shared services agreement for snow removal and salting between the Burlington County Board of Chosen Freeholders and the Township of Delran.
So moved.
Second. Mr. O'Connell?
Aye.
Ms. Tangia? Aye. Mrs. Flode?
Aye.
Mr. Cattrick?
Aye. Next is Resolution 2016-39. This is waiving the interest due on taxes for Block 174, Lot 8.
So moved.
Second. Mr. O'Connell?
Aye.
Ms. Tangia? Aye. Mrs. Flode?
Aye.
Mr. Cattrick?
Aye. And we're not done yet. Next is Resolution 2016-40. This is the changing the sewer billing to the minimum for a new owner.
So moved.
Second. Mr. O'Connell?
Aye.
Ms. Tangia? Aye. Mrs. Flode?
Aye.
Mr. Cattrick?
Aye. Next is Resolution 2016-41, and this is a resolution approving participation in the state of New Jersey in Safe and Secure Communities Program for 2016. It's administered by the Division of Criminal Justice, Department of Law, and Public Safety.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. O'Connell?
Aye.
Ms. Tangia? Aye. Mrs. Flode?
Aye.
Mr. Cattrick?
Aye. Next, we have Resolution 2016-42, and this is actually brought about by a resident's request, requesting that the United States Postal Service correct the spelling of Oneida Avenue as per Delran Township tax records to O-N-E-D-A.
So moved.
Second. Mr. O'Connell?
Aye.
Ms. Tangia? Aye. Mrs. Flode?
Aye.
Mr. Cattrick?
Aye. Sorry to say that's all the resolutions we have this evening. Next, we have a motion. I'm looking for a motion to approve the hardship waiver request for 149 Natalie Road.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. O'Connell?
Aye.
Ms. Tangia? Aye. Mrs. Flode?
Aye.
Mr. Cattrick?
Aye. And I need a motion accepting the report of the tax collector, the CFO, and the township clerk.
So moved.
Second. Mr. O'Connell?
Aye.
Ms. Tangia? Aye. Mrs. Flode?
Aye.
Mr. Cattrick?
Aye. Next, I need a motion to authorize payment of the bills.
So moved.
Second. Mr. O'Connell?
Aye.
Ms. Tangia? Aye. Mrs. Flode?
Aye.
Mr. Cattrick?
Aye. And finally, I need a motion to grant mercantile license to the following four businesses: Autotrans NJ, 205 Carriage Lane, Delran Rest Area, 55014 Route 130 North, the Automotive Outlet, 207-8 Carriage Lane, and New Century Spirit, 150-9 Carriage Lane.
So moved.
Second. Mr. O'Connell?
Aye.
Ms. Tangia? Aye. Mrs. Flode?
Aye.
Mr. Cattrick?
Aye. Now, we have our reports from our various folks within the township and our members of council and the mayor. So let's start with Jamie Eggers, our township clerk. Jamie,
No report, thank you.
report. And now with Jeff Hatcher, our township administrator. Anything this evening, Jeff?
Just welcome, we're continuing to work on the 2016 municipal budget. It is, with the new timelines, it's due to Township Council by February 12th. Council has to introduce it by March 18th, and it has to be adopted by April 22nd.
Very good. And now, representing our solicitor, Longmar Mara, any report, Tim?
No report today.
Thank you, sir. You good, Jim? All right, ladies and gentlemen, we always have a report from the fire commissioners, and representing fire commissioners this evening, and frankly, every evening, is Commissioner Jim Bauer. Jim?
Hi, thank you,
Good
sir.
to have you.
I try to make this as quick as I can, but there's a lot.
I understand.
I
Are
guess,
you going to start with what the heck is happening on Route 130?
I know.
Electric.
yeah, it's horrible, isn't it? I think we've had 5 accidents at that intersection in the last 12 hours, so I have no idea what's going on.
Wow.
I guess I should start off with first that I can't thank the township, Public Works, Jeff Hatcher, and everybody for the great job that they did with snow removal and helping the fire department getting out. We're not totally complete with our agreement between all entities in the town. Jeff reached out to us and said that, you guys would do it anyway without the agreement, and then we could work things out, which I don't know from your end, Jeff, but from our end, I did email Jeff that it was absolutely fantastic. I was hoping for like a small 4-inch snow to start off with, kind of break things in, and then start out with the biggest one. But the guys did a fantastic job, and as much as this is unbelievable to me, of the 100+ members that we have, I heard not one complaint about it. They're known to complain, so, but they had none, so, and they did an outstanding job. So I know the chief was going, I reached out to Jeff, I know the chief was going to reach out to Jerry. I haven't seen Jerry. I'm sure we'll all get together and kind of see what everybody's thoughts were and how it worked, and if, I don't know how this is possible, to make it better or easier on people, but it did work fantastic, and I can't thank you enough. From a fire standpoint, we've been extremely busy in the last month. I'm sure you all saw the Burlington City Fire with his 4 houses that were attached in the city. The rescue from the Chester Avenue station responded to that fire as a rescue crew. They probably spent most of the day there. That fire, I don't know what the cause of that fire was, but they were having problems with roofs collapsing, and that's why the rescue company goes. It's their job to secure it and search and rescue in those conditions. We also had the Bridgeboro Road Station assisted Willingboro on a fire that started in the kitchen, actually the heater, I'm sorry, went up into the kitchen, and crews, we sent the ladder truck to that. That fire was knocked down probably in about 15 minutes. That was a good stop by Willingboro and our guys, and I believe Beverly was also on that job, so did an excellent job by them. In our own town, right in the middle of the storm, we had a fire in the Bridgeboro Road section. It's undetermined at this time the cause of it. I can say that there were 2 portable heaters that were being used in the house. Crews found the first one by going into it. We had, upon arrival, we had crews in the station. So it was a very quick response even with the snowstorm. Thanks to our public works that keeps the streets incredibly clear. So we weren't slowed down hardly anything because the roads were so good. So the loss wasn't due to certainly the roads that 1.5 feet of snow, and trying to fight and pull handlines were a little tough, but when the crews got there, it was already through the roof. The homeowners were shoveling snow, shoveling their vehicles out, and they heard a pop. They said a strange pop, which I believe was the rear window popping out. Once that popped out, it got oxygen and took off. The homeowners went back into the house where they had heavy smoke. They were gathering up their animals, and the wife actually said she was throwing dogs out the window just to try to save them. The husband tried to put it out in the garden hose, which at that point it was way too far gone for him to put it out. Like I said, when we got there, it was already through the roof and over the bedroom area. Crews got in the side door. The engine crew from the Squirt got in there, and as they got in, the roof came down. So that stopped them from the egress on that end. Knocked it down, got around, and crews from Bridgeboro Road 11 and 24th and Chester Avenue Station went around the back. They went to the back. The fire had already burnt through the floor, so they were missing about a 5x4 section of flooring. So that stopped them from that end. So in the beginning, it was semi-interior, mostly exterior attack on the bedroom area, and they kept guys on the inside to protect the rest of the house. So we saved it from there. While that was going on, we did hear a cat in the basement. We started knocking out the windows there to get some air. 2 of our guys went down in the basement, got the cat out. He started giving the firefighter took his mask off, and what we have is an emergency button which just puts a steady stream of air. He put it into the cat's mouth, and it forced air into it and got it breathing again. We got it to the ambulance, started put a pediatrics mask on it. And the weird thing about it, it's not funny, but the weird thing about it is most animals, you put something over its face, and the cat kept like breathing the oxygen, it would pull its head away, and then, probably because it did have burns in the throat area from breathing it, when it pulled itself away from the oxygen, it realized that the oxygen was helping it, and it would stick its head back in the mask. So even it knew that that's what it needed.
Yeah.
So a veterinarian came down, got it, and the cat survived, minor burns. Looks like it's going to live, so it's doing pretty good. So that was pretty cool. Not good for the homeowners. We believe there was a second space heater in the area where the fire started. We never found it, so it's undetermined because we can't really.
Yeah. But that was on Creek Road.
Correct, yes. So that was it. Last night, in case you're wondering why there's fire trucks running all over towns, we had a smoke condition in Chester Avenue gym. I wasn't there at the very end, I was there at the beginning. What they were looking at after when I left was they thought maybe with that condition they had on Route 130, with that we lost the phase, and then it either burned out something in the gym area or burned out some lights, and that's where the haze of smoke was coming from. Never found any fire, so crews were staying on that to go over that with maintenance. We had 2 unconscious people at the same time, so obviously that takes priority over a smoke condition, so that's where I went, and a couple other guys, so I don't know what the end of it was. While that was all going on, we had an alarm system at Dooney's. So Cinnaminson, Riverside, and Morristown Rescue handled that call. It was kind of, those trucks were getting more confused because we were going to Chester Avenue, and we were going this way, Riverside was going that way to go to Dooney's, and then people were pulling over, and they didn't know which way to go. And then the medics were trying to get to the Cambridge section for an unconscious, and it was kind of crazy, so.
So the duty's just an alarm?
Yeah, just an alarm system. I'm figuring it was the electric problem more than anything. I really didn't get a report on that.
So my understanding was that there was a truck took out a pole on the highway, and that caused all kinds of electrical issues.
I never made it to that call, so
okay.
and I didn't get that report,
Come on,
so I'm
Jim,
thinking.
you're supposed to be the guy with the news here.
I know they had an accident with Dollar
Jeff,
Street. I think.
It's actually not clear because the truck didn't stay with, they think that maybe the truck took out the wire. But the truck didn't hang around if it was a truck, but the wires were out down near Dollar General.
There were
Kind of started the issue.
okay.
So with all that, and again, I can't thank everybody enough. It was an outstanding job by Public Works and the Sewage Authority. Honestly, very good. I can't say enough about that.
Thank you.
Absolutely
On behalf
fantastic.
of Public Works, and
Yeah.
thank you. I'm sure everybody here will.
And I don't think people really take Public Works as I think I count them as part of the emergency services in town, especially in a snowstorm, and that's a perfect example. I mean, we had ambulances that got stuck in other towns, and
Wow.
we just don't have that here.
Yeah,
And I don't know if people realize that.
you're right.
They're
It's
a
great to
huge
see
part.
everybody working together.
Yep.
Great. Thanks, Jim. This evening, we have a new addition that is compliments of the Delran residents page, who have asked to, someone has asked, or Lucy has asked to videotape what we're doing, which is great. We understand that it will be unedited and that it will be available to all. We also would recommend, if anyone would like, we always have from every meeting that we have an audio recording. You're welcome to get that. Just come down to the township or give a call to the township clerk and she'll provide a CD for you. That's been going on for as long as I can remember. So we always welcome folks to come in. We'd love to have you come in like the folks here in the room, but in lieu of that, you're welcome to view on videotape. So next we have a report from the mayor, Ken Harris. Ken?
Yeah, I'm just gonna ditto what you said about the Public Works. They did a fantastic job, and I'm gonna tell you, they were working all through the weekend, and they did a fantastic job. I think they strategized the fall. They knew that a lot of the residents would be upset if they plowed them in after the aprons were done. So they were very cautious, and they did a great job in making sure that the roads were clear, at the same time not inconvenient to the residents. So they they did a fantastic job. As far as the sewer, I heard that they did an excellent job as well, Jim, and I want to thank you guys during the storm for doing such a great job out there, along with the police as well. So you guys did a fantastic job, and we appreciate it. The other couple things I want to mention is, as Jeff Asher, our administrator, stated, we've been having budget meetings, I think, at least 3 or 4 times a week with a lot of the department heads. We've progressed very well. I believe we have possibly 2 or 3 more departments to do. It's looking pretty good. I'll tell you, they did another fantastic job with their budgets in each of the departments this year. They worked very hard, and I'm very proud of where they're at. So hats off to everybody in the departments and let them know. And the other thing I wanted to mention is I started having some meetings with the county in regard to doing some shared service agreement projects with them. And we actually had a meeting today to go over a couple of the projects that we were talking about. And as soon as we have some more information on the type of projects that we're looking at having them do with us, I'll report out on that. Thank you.
Great. Thank you, Ken. All right, at this point, we will, I'll ask for a motion to go into the public.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. So now, we're in the public portion of our meeting, which we have at every meeting. All I ask is that you raise your hand and be recognized, come up to the microphone, state your name and address for the record, speak loudly and clearly and directly to council, and we'll proceed. Do I have any questions this evening? Rich, are you sure? Yeah, come on up.
When I come up,
Didn't look like you were, wasn't sure, didn't look like you were sure you were gonna raise your hand or not.
Richard Brockenberger, 84 Alden Avenue. I guess by now, Mr. Hatcher knows about the Niagara Falls over the sewer plant. A new collector they put in, that it overflows. And one day, it must have went almost, you heard it, and then it would stop, and about 10 minutes later, it would start again. But it went on, I guess, most of the day. I finally called the police, and they said somebody was notified. So he said they went over to shut it down off. But after that, I heard it twice more it happens, you know. And that water, there's quite a bit. Does that run into the creek?
I don't know, Jeff, do you have a report on that?
They're having an issue with the grit chamber that was put in, and the engineer is out inspecting it and making a determination. They think they have to make an adjustment to it to have it, to work it out so it's working properly, and they're working on that now.
Okay, they'll be able to report to us maybe next week.
Yeah, it was submitted to DEP. There's no DEP violations with
Okay.
respect to
One of the-
So this is great, thanks, Rich.
Okay, and the other thing will be watching for the flood.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's keep our fingers crossed that all
And
goes
great
well.
job on the roads, really, this year. Great job.
They did a fantastic
Public
job. Thank
works,
you.
thank you.
Because
Welcome
if you
now.
went into Delran on Riverside, it was a mess.
Stay here. Any other questions? Seeing no hands, I'll ask for a motion to come out of public.
So moved.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. I need one more. Need a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. We're adjourned.